Right, how are you doing today? My boy had really bad gutsache last night. He threw up twice in the bed, and today he's been like a chocolate fountain. So that's how I'm doing. Right, these 2.2 Rhino Mozas, when I first sort of got my hands on them, I was really excited for them to perform really well, and they've done okay, but the foam that mine came with, a rock hard, this is a really nice memory foam, but it's way too stiff. If I've got a clip, I'll throw it on screen. There's just barely any deflection in this at all. Now, barring printing a whole bespoke insert for the Mantis, I thought I would try and fix the foam, because not everybody's got a file for one of these. Now, we have got some Team Revolt sidewall stiffeners. The small one is for the inside, and I'm trying not to get pissed off while I talk about this. I ordered a set of Endura 2.2s for tomorrow so that I could take this out and film the next bit for you guys, and then it was all going to be in one video. And I looked on Amazon this morning after asking that Jeff Bezos device that's in most houses what the crack was with my delivery, and it told me that they are probably going to be in about the first or second week of May, so I would have been better off ordering off AliExpress. So I do apologise, it wasn't really my fault, but let's talk more about this, because to be honest, it's just, and there is a lot going on. I'm actually working with Team Revolt on doing a mini Mantis using the parts of my UTB-18. Getting into the cage on the UTB-18 pissed me off significantly enough and made me not want to open it up and do changes, because of all the fannying about. You got to take all the shocks off, drop the skid out, and then you got to jiggle it. I fell in love. Axial, you got me, but that is in a bin over there, and I don't know whether I'm ever going to get it back out of the bin. We are resizing the Mantis into a mini Mantis, which may get renamed or something, I don't know yet. But that is going to go on the four-wheel steer. I might do drag axle, I'm not sure yet. To meet the rules, I might go drag axle, but we've got a Vitavon, I can never say that probably, a Vitavon gearbox and a Hobbywing Fusion Mini 16 in there, so that'll make this interesting. And because I've taken the Mini 16 out of the Mantis and put an Elite in it, we got two of those, so could I put like a dual gearbox in there and have front and rear dig and four-wheel steer? Watch this space, guys, we'll find out together. So I 3D printed one of these up. Now, if you want one, I guess I'm not really a fantastic 3D printer guy, but if you needed me to print you one, I might be able to be talked into printing one for you, but preferably you have a friend. Not everybody has a friend, but you might have one, and you can get somebody to print this for you if you've got a set of Mozas with the original inserts, which are about as much bloody use as a chocolate teapot. Let me tell you, no good at all. So the reason we've got a little arrow here is just to make sure that these 5 holes match up. Now, in the beginning, I thought that we would need all of these in as well, but we don't. All we need is one through, just to make sure these line up correctly. So it's your fault, Moza, that we're having to go through it. Well, it's not really your fault, it's your soul's fault, because the insert is kind of the soul of the tyre. Now, I'm not going to make you watch me do all of this, but I'll do a couple. So you eyeball it to make sure it's touching the other side, and then you just chop these out. Now, I know I'm not reinventing the wheel, or maybe I am reinventing the wheel, maybe that's exactly. So somebody's already invented the wheel. There's a company called, I think, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, I think they're called Crawler Innovations, and they do a tyre that's probably laser cut or water cut, probably water cut, isn't it? Or maybe they've just got some Chinese children in a factory somewhere doing this. Who knows? But yeah, this is how we roll. I'm not trying to cast shade on you, Crawler Innovations. If somebody brings this to your attention, I'm sure you're watching another channel, not mine. But yeah, basically we just go round, we butt the knife up as much as possible. Now, your first one is going to be awful, and my first one here isn't great either. I've already done the other three. Your first one's not going to be great because it is a bit of a knack, but once you've done the first couple, this is just printed in PLA Plus, Elegoo PLA Plus, because it's what I had. And I would recommend doing it with a light colour, like this bright green that I'm using. It isn't green on the camera, but trust me, it's sort of a lime green. No, lime's too. This is more of a neon green, I guess, which is on the spectrum of yellow, is it? Something like that. Anyway, yeah, do it with a light colour for obvious reasons. It just, like if you did this with black, it might not be as easy to see the tips. When I'm putting the knife in, make sure you've got a brush. I actually went to the shop yesterday and bought a pack of brand new blades because the other one were about as sharp as name a political figure that you don't like. I suppose Biden was famous for not being very sharp, or if you're in the UK, what's his name now, the champagne socialist, he's not very bright, is he? So this knife, what I was trying to say is this knife's really sharp. If you try to do it with a blunt knife, it will not work very well. So get yourself some sharp blades. I'll be back in a minute. You don't need to watch me do this or to listen to me ramble on. I'm just going to continue round there, and then we'll be back, and I'll be able to show you the performance enhancement gained by this. I can't go out on the rocks like we're supposed to in the video because of Jeff Bezos' stupid platform. Anyway, I'll link to anything that's relevant down in the comments, and I'll see you in a minute. And there we go, is the final cut. Sorry if it got wonky in the middle there. My missus phones me about 20 times a day, and that's what went on there. I love her, but oh my goodness. Right, and then once you've done that 4 times, you will have, drum roll please, try not to smash everything out. I'm making links as well. All these numbers down here are my cheat sheet for UTB-18 chunky links. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue making the chunky links, guys, if I'm honest, because at the moment it's just too much work. I'm doing, this is a free file if you want it. I was thinking about this. This is for the Moza, but in your slicer, you could just resize the point width across here in the slicer, and this would work for any foam that's too firm. Get you some sidewall stiffeners from Team Revolt, and hey presto. So it looks a bit like Sonic had a bad haircut, but trust me when I say rhythm is a dancer, and if you're an 80s kid, that'll make sense to you. I was born in the 70s, but the 80s was where I remember that from. Rhythm is a dancer. Do, 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 do. Right, get in there, you little beggar. Now, fitting the sidewalls takes some, so I'm just squeeze, moving it around, because you do need to manipulate them. I mean, they'll drive into place, but now let me get one of the others over. So I think Erwin's got this right. So he has a smaller ring on the inside, and I do a lot of my grabbing with the inner side of the wheel, which means you get some nice depression out here. Compression, depression, and then there's the larger one on the outside, which means these are firm and they're not going to fold over on you, especially with the weight of Mantis, because he is quite light. I'd like to show you these being mounted up on the wheel, but what I can show you is, I promise you, I'm not putting a lot of weight on there. Let's get it up into the light. And these, oh, they feel so good. What I will show you very quickly is the mounting, or the insertion. I'm going to show you some insertion. Get banned from the internet for that kind of thing, guys, but I'm here for you. Right, so I'm going to put the big one in first, and these work like, because these are a directional tyre, you have to make sure you have to put two with the treads facing one way. So these little points, the Moza have nicked this from what? From HB Rovers, from Sedonas, or from Ruptures, or someone has this little weird, looks like a pair of balls and a cock, doesn't it? Or is that just my broken brain? So front one in there. I do have autism and ADHD, guys. I'm not intentionally being crass or whatever. My brain just says the first thing. Where you guys all think that stuff, you're able to filter it out. And I, on the other hand, am not. So there we go. So we got lots of compression on the inside of the outer stage, but we've still got some really good stability there, and some really good stability there. So this is, the video, I guess, is how to fix your Rhino Moza. These are the 2.2 5.75, so it's a really, really tall tyre, which I believe are the perfect matchup for a straight axle like the Mias axle that is in the Mantis. He did really well on the White Rovers, but I did notice the overly wideness of the Rovers at times, and this really does feel like a stickier compound. Whenever I drove these, I thought, do you know what, if that insert was softer, we'd be golden. Part of me thinks that a 3D printed inner and a foam outer is going to be the gold standard for forward drive. I'm not sure if it's going to be this version. It might be a sort of an iteration or two further down the line, but we're going to find out how well these do when my fucking wheels turn up from Amazon. If you enjoyed this episode or found it in any way helpful, or you want the files, let me know. Please boot the like button, because the algorithm apparently gives a shit about that stuff. And if you think I'm an idiot or that, you know, whatever you want to say, really. Just, you know, that's what the comment section's there for. I don't really care. Bye.